we were underlining the fifth point. Please underline that. We were on the fourth line, underline no court fee. Can you all hear me?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay, then underline not obligatory to engage any advocate. And same line, write his grievance on a simple paper. Now come to the sixth point. Underline the last three lines of the sixth line.
Some services rendered free of charge.
Yes. In the seventh point, underline both the lines. Eighth point also underline both the line, all the lines. Ninth point, underline the first two lines. And in the third line, underline food adulteration, tort weighing directly to the district forums. 10th point, underline all three lines. And then the 11th point, underline the first line, the second line, consumer and to educate them. Then come to the fourth line, councils do not have any legal authority. And come to the last line, promote the cause of consumer protection and protecting the rights. Done, everybody? Somebody has not joined back. One person is missing. Who's that? Sana is here.
Yeah.
And who's not here?
Tia is also
Sana.
Sana is not there.
Sana.
I told everybody to be there. I'm going to start a very important topic now. She's not there. Anybody can connect to her and tell her to join back? Okay, now our next topic is rights of the consumer. Very, very important topic. You normally get questions from this topic. So you have to do all the 6 rights. You can get a short answer for a 2 mark. Like for example, they can ask you what is right to safety. They can ask you for 2 marks what is right to be informed. They can also ask you a 5 mark question from this. Give any 5 rights of consumers, or they can ask any 2 specific rights and give you a 5 mark question. Okay, so that topic is very important. So do it very nicely. Now, under the Consumer Protection Act, they have given the following rights of consumers. There are 6 rights which they have given. First is right to safety. Ashlesha, what is the second one? Ashlesha, are you there? Hello, Ashlesha? Samradhini, what is the second point?
Right to be informed.
Right to be informed. Yes. Gia, what is the third point?
Right to choose.
Yes. Tia, what is the next point?
Right to be heard.
Correct. Diksha, what is the next one? Diksha, are you there?
Right to consumer education.
Absolutely correct. Ishika, what is the last one?
Right to seek redressal.
Correct. So these are the 6 points which are the rights of the consumer. We start with the first one, right to safety. Now, what does right to safety means? Right to safety means that this is a right to be protected against the marketing of goods or provision of services that are risky to life. This means that the Consumer Protection Act says that every consumer has the right against any kind of, to be protected against any kind of risk to his health and life. For all know that there are different types of toys and electrical appliances and foods available in the market. They involve different kinds of risk. So it is the duty of the producer and the distributor that they need to be they are responsible that the consumer is safe. The product should not harm the consumer in any way. Simple example is, if you have ever noticed that if you get gas cylinders at home, when you get the gas cylinders, it is mentioned, or the person who's coming tells you that you have to check the seal of the cylinder. Have you ever observed it?
Yes.
Okay, or even if you buy a product, something from this, and they say that you have to check the seal of the product. If the seal is open, you should not buy it, you return it. You will purchase only if the seal is intact. All right, so what this right says, that if the product is there, it should not cause any physical danger to the consumer, or it should not put the consumer into any kind of difficulty. The consumer should be assured about the quality, reliability, and performance of the product. So it is the responsibility of the producer and the distributor to safeguard the consumer from any kind of risky or hazardous to the life and the health of the consumer. Clear, everybody?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next we have is right to be informed. Now, right to inform says that the consumer has the right to know about the quality of the product, quantity of the product, the potency of the product, the purity of the product, the standard, and the price of the goods. So it is a responsibility of the manufacturer and the distributor that he needs to give a complete information about the ingredients of the product, about the manufacturing date, expiry date, about any kind of precautions the consumer has to take, about the side effects which a product might have. So all these things need to be told to the consumer. Now, if the consumer knows all these things, hello, are you all there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
If the consumer knows all these things, then the consumer can decide whether he wants to buy the product or not. So again, all these things are important to be informed to the consumer, and again, it is a responsibility of the producer. Nowadays, you must have seen that whatever products you buy from the market, especially the eatables, you must have observed that they have written about the ingredients, they have written about the nutrients involved in that product, manufacturing date, expiry date, everything is mentioned on the product's label. Have you observed?
What if they include something which is not appropriate and it is not mentioned in the ingredients?
Now, see, good companies, branded companies normally don't do that. Okay, you must have observed sometimes they write down no preservatives included, or they write preservatives are there. So it is the duty of the producer or the manufacturer to write on the mention on the product that is the product is harmful, or the what all is included in the product. Okay, you must have observed, if say you buy some medicines or ointment, it is always mentioned on the ointment that you try it on your arm before applying. Yes, that you have to test it on your arm before actually applying it. So that is what, that is the kind of information given to the that it might have a side effect. All right, so that is what information to the consumer regarding the product. Are you all clear?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, now the next one is right to choose. Now, I hope you all know that in the market you have variety of goods which are at competitive prices. You have a lot of choices available in the market with respect to goods and services. Now, this right says that the supplier should not force the customer to buy his brand. The supplier should not, the seller should not do any kind of aggressive selling technique to convince the consumer that he should go for a particular product. The consumer should have freedom to choose whatever he wants. He can compare the different types of goods, their features, their uses, their prices, and then he should take a call what product he wants to buy. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
So every consumer has the right to choose the product according to his liking and according to his preference. He should not be forced to buy any particular product. Next is right to be heard. Now, right to be heard says the consumer has the right to register any kind of dissatisfaction and to file any complaint on the appropriate forum. Forum means that at the district level or at the state level or at the national level. If he's having any complaint, he has the right to be heard. The forum should hear what the consumer is saying. He has the right to make a protest. And it is mandatory. They say that the forum should listen to his grievances, should listen to whatever complaint the consumer has against any product or service, any manufacturer or producer. So it is his right that his complaint needs to be heard. Are you clear?
Yes.
Any doubt in any of these?
No,
No, ma'am.
Everybody is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll go to the...
Ma'am,
Yes?
ma'am, in right to choice,
Yes?
suppose there's a monopoly of a certain company in an industry,
Huh?
then the right to choice is compromised, right? Because a consumer cannot choose. He
Yeah,
just has
see-
to buy whatever
Yeah, so yeah, that absolutely correct.
the
If you have a grocery shop in your complex and you want to buy Coke only, but when you go there, he doesn't have Coke, right? He has Pepsi. Obviously, he'll be having another product also along with Pepsi.
yeah.
Yes, so the consumer should have a choice that whether he wants to go for Pepsi or he wants to go for any other drink, cold drink. Okay, the consumer should be given the right. The shopkeeper cannot force you that you have to buy Pepsi only. If the shopkeeper does not have your brand which you want, you can even decide not to buy the product.
Okay.
Okay, the supplier cannot, the shopkeeper cannot force you to buy the product which he's having in the shop. So the choice remains to the customer, to you, what you want to buy. Yeah? Are you clear, Samradhini?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other doubt? Okay, I'll move to the next slide. This is the last slide. The last 2 points, the last 2 rights. Right to seek redressal. This right says that the consumer has the right to get compensation redressal against any kind of unfair trade practices or any other exploitation. Now, this says that in case you have any complaint regarding product against any manufacturer, you have the right to get the claim, the right to get a compensation. The producer can either repair the product or replace the product, or it can be given back to the seller and you get your money back. It depends upon what kind of exploitation is there. For example, if you have purchased a product and the product is defective, okay, so you will go and complain to the shopkeeper. So what the shopkeeper can do, he can either repair the product if it can be, or he can replace the product. And in case the product cannot be replaced, he should refund the money to you. Clear, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so basically this is right to seek redressal, that you have the right to claim the compensation or settle down any complaint related to a product. The last one is right to consumer education. Now, according to this right, the consumer should be aware of his rights and the remedies under the different laws available. He should be conscious and he should protect himself against any kind of frauds done by the shopkeeper or any businessman. If the consumer is ignorant of his rights, he will be definitely cheated by the businessman. But this right says that if the consumer is aware of his rights and if he knows where he has to approach in case of any kind of exploitation, he knows which court he has to go, so he will be protected against any kind of exploitation. Clear, everybody? Are you all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Any doubt in any of the points?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So with this, we complete the...
No, ma'am.
Okay. We complete the rights of consumer. These were the 6 rights of consumer: right to safety, right to be informed, right to choose, right to be heard, right to seek redressal, and right to consumer education. All 6 rights are very important. Any doubt?
No.
Everybody is clear?
No, ma'am.
Okay, please open your textbook on page number 38. Now, under right to safety, please underline the first 3 lines. Then come to the next paragraph. Underline the first 2 lines. Sorry, first 3 lines. And underline the last line. Fixed on producer and distributor.
Until performance.
Performance, yes. Till performance. Then the last line, fixed on producer and distributor. Then come to the second point. Underline the first 3 lines. Underline till purchase. Then underline the next one, responsibility of manufacturer and distributor. Underline same fourth point, fourth line. Responsibility of the manufacturer and distributor. Underline ingredients, date of manufacture, precautions. Underline the D point, side effects and risk. Leave a line, come to the next one. Underline decisions to buy a product. Now, these points which I have made you underline here, the side effects and date of manufacturing and everything, you will mention all these points only if you get a long answer. If you get a short answer where you have to explain what is right to be informed, you can write only the first 4 lines. All right? Are you clear?
Ma'am, this usually comes for 5 marks, right?
See, it can come as a 5-mark answer where they can ask you 2 rights.
Okay.
So if 2.5 marks are there, so you need to explain this point more, right? So then
Yes.
you have to mention about the ingredients, date of manufacture, precautions, side effects, everything.
Okay.
Okay. But if it is a
Okay, ma'am.
5 marks where you have to write 5 rights, then you can just write the first 4 lines. Only the meaning of what is right to be informed.
Okay, sure. Thank you, ma'am.
So if you get a 5-mark question where you have to mention 5 points, you will just write the definitions of all these 5 rights.
Okay.
But if it comes as a specific 1 point, then you have to elaborate.
Okay. Thank you.
Come to the third point, right to choose. Underline the first 4 lines. In the 5th line, underline freedom to choose. Come to the 4th point. Underline the first 3 lines. Till forums. In the same line, please underline right to make protest. And underline the last line. Grievances and claims of consumer must be heard and considered. Then come to the 5th point. Please underline again the first 3 lines. Come to the 6th line. The product must be repaired, replaced, or taken back by the seller. Come to the 6th point. Underline the first 3 lines. In the fourth line, please underline, make consumer conscious and protect themselves against frauds by businessmen. Done, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, with this, we complete this chapter. 4.8 there in the portion.
The full 4.8 is not there.
Full chapter till the end is not there. Four 4.8, 4.9, 4.10, nothing is in the portion. Please omit it. Clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, on page number 42, can you have a look here, a glance at the Consumer Protection Act 1986?
Yes.
The first two lines, the Consumer Protection Act 1986 was enacted to promote and protect the rights of the consumer. The act provides for simple, speedy, expensive redressal of grievances and is compensatory in nature. Please underline this. This answer can be for many questions. This answer can be, what is the Consumer Protection Act? This answer can be, why is the Consumer Protection Act been passed? Or what is the objective of consumer protection? So if you get a short answer like this can be the answer for these questions. Clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, please mark the question answers. Under the short answers, question 1, question 4, question 6, question 14, question under the long answers, question 3, question 8, and question 9. I want you to add one more question. Please write down one more question. Discuss the importance of consumer awareness. Discuss the importance of consumer awareness, for which I'll be posting notes on WebGenie. You will write the answer from that.
Ma'am, it's a 5-mark question, right?
Yes, 5-mark question, long answer. And in case if you get a 2-mark question, you can write what is given in your textbook in short, basically. Okay, that is to stop the exploitation and to exercise their own rights. Are you all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now children, after this, on your last, end of the chapter, page number 44, there's a question bank given to you. Okay, I want you to go through the question bank, whatever is in the portion. Question number 3, just have a look, explain the responsibilities of a consumer. You should do this question also. It is not given in the chapter, but it is a general knowledge question. Okay.
Must we write it in the notebook?
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't write in the notes, you have to do this question, because this question can be asked in the board exam, because this is a very general question, that what are the responsibilities of the consumer? Can you tell me what is the responsibility of the consumer if you all are consumers? Yes, Kruti? Don't
You
look.
should be checking the
Yes.
should be checking the date of the manufacturing date and stuff before buying the product.
Absolutely correct. That means you want the full information of the product before actually you buy it, right?
You should always take a bill if you buy any product or
Yes,
service.
that is very important. I think you all must have observed that nowadays whenever you go to a shop, it's always mentioned on the shop also, please ask for the bill. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is because the government has made it mandatory that the bill has to be given by the shopkeeper. So it is your duty that you have to ask for the cash bill or the cash memo of of every product you take. Apart from that, Ishika, anything else?
Yes. Ma'am, we can also check the product before buying. Like, is it in a good
Condition.
like condition? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, that means the seal is packed or not, right?
If the
Yes.
product is puffed, like the seal is puffed or leaked.
If the seal is broken, you should not buy the product, right?
Yes.
Apart from that,
Yes.
if you are buying,
And
yes,
we can also do some research
research related to what?
about first we can check out on other sites that what is the price, and then we can compare.
Okay, yes, that you will do, but that you will do before buying the product, right? But I'm asking you, when you are buying the product, what you should do. That is, first thing is what just Kruti told, that we have to check all the information on the product. Then, like you just mentioned, we have to check the seal of the product. We have to take the cash memo or the cash bill from the product. Apart from that, when you are buying some products like electronics or some products which you feel are risky, you should see that they have the certification mark on the products. Yes? Do you know what a certification marks?
Yes.
Have you heard
Yes,
of SI mark?
Yes.
ISI, EMA.
Yeah, all these are certified marks which guarantees you that the product is safe. Okay, these certification are given to the product after they are being examined by the authorities, quality control authorities. They are certified by some professional people that the product is safe to use. Okay, so being a customer, it is your duty that you should check the ISI mark or any other certification mark on the product before you actually buy, so that it is trustworthy. You can trust the product. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
The next thing is, in case you find any businessman, any shopkeeper or retailer doing any kind of fraud or any kind of exploitation, you should definitely exercise your right to go and complain against the shopkeeper. That is your main right. You should do it. Just knowing that you have rights to do all these things is not enough until and unless you exercise that right. Okay, we all are aware of too many things, that we should not do this, we should do that. But what you need to do is, you need to exercise your right. All right, if you are aware of your duties and your rights, when you feel that you are being exploited, you should definitely exercise your right. Are you all clear? Yes,
ma'am.
clear. Okay, so with this complete 4,